intro, so we're now live. Okay.
You betcha.
I think I already copied to my clipboard too. That's why.
Not sure where you put your finger. You're right on that.
In spoken teas. Here we go. Hey guys, everybody who's here, we're just setting up right now.
Hey guys, just getting ready to do a little bit of feeding.
No.
Not
Balfouri.
feeding. Yeah. I forgot. I bought a bunch of feeders tonight, so that's where my brain is at.
Hey Jeremiah. Hey Trav. Hey Migalo. We're actually gonna pair the Balfouri.
Yeah. Pair them again. We thought the female was pretty close to being in pre-molt when we got her, but we decided to take a chance, and pairing her pushed her into molt, so that's a good thing. So now she's nice and fresh and ready to go, and she's had the experience of being with a man already. She ate a bunch of crickets yesterday, or superworms yesterday. We're gonna put the big male in with her tonight. The last 48 hours, he's built 2 sperm webs, and tonight he's climbing up the side of the enclosure trying to get out. He's ready to go. So that should be great. More breeding news. Our Nandu Crematus female molted. So now she will be ready to pair with our mature male. So that'll be the next project. It'll be the Crematus. That one will be fun. We're going to do that. We might have to put her in a bigger enclosure. Let her get settled in before we pair them. Otherwise, it could be pretty hair raising. They go at it pretty good, I think.
I know it's loud. It'll be done in a second.
It's okay. I just like to get the mail. Danielle's in the middle of making us supper. With me being up at 4 a.m. and having to get to bed early, it's hard to get things done. You gotta kind of do everything at the same time. This is the male that we will be pairing with the female tonight. He gets the first goal this time.
Alright.
Ready to get him in there, are you? It's not on the lid.
That's always a good thing. Especially since you didn't check till after you put it on the floor almost.
Yes, no doubt, right.
You want a catch cup? There should be one beside you. That little cup, that little juice cup should work.
That?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Just like that.
Like I said, he just reloaded his paintballs twice in the last 24 hours. So I am going to move some stuff out of the way here.
Trying to get you a good view. He's just going straight in. Look at him go. Saw it. I tried. She is freshly molded and fed, so we'll
Yeah.
see.
Hey, Roxy.
Hey,
Maria. How you guys doing?
So he just went straight into our house. This happened last time. That's why it wasn't very exciting, but
Yeah.
people asked, so.
So probably is just going to be more of a hangout.
We're trying to affix it to the tank is what we're trying to do. He's down there.
He's right in this hole there. You can see his leg at the back there.
We're doing good. Well, last time he went straight in there too.
Yeah.
They don't have very much fear because the females aren't very cannibalistic.
Yeah, they'll cohabitate like that for a week together, right? So it's,
But we were asked.
Yeah.
So what's up?
Yeah.
We're also eating supper at the same time.
Yeah.
You'll see.
yeah, no doubt, Maria. It's almost like they're in on it with YouTube or something. Anybody want to come and hang out on screen with us? Maybe we'll put the link in there for you. You know what to do with that link. Hey Moon, how you doing, bud? Hey Sidex. How you doing, bud? Hope everybody's having a good night. We'll try not to be too boring here.
I don't think we're being boring. I think we have delicious food and I'm eating it.
Mm-hmm. It's wonderful.
He already went down the hole, everybody.
Yeah.
So
He's
you know
already in
he's
there.
already in there somewhere. Underneath the rise there, right? So you see where the rise is with no sticks on it. There's an L-shaped tunnel in there. So, and he just went running in as soon as we put him in there.
She's basically got it all excavated. Like this.
We are eating what we call goulash. So ground burger fried with mushrooms, onions, and corn, and mushroom soup poured over smashed potatoes.
Sometimes people call it upside down shepherd's pie.
It's warm.
Mm-hmm. It's warm. Fills your belly full of warmth, loveliness. Mm-hmm.
It doesn't look good. Not in any way. It's a mashy, mild,
Looks like a sloppy mess.
mucky mess. That's what it is.
Oh yeah, Maria, it's wonderful stuff. Doesn't look nice. Doesn't look the prettiest. But oh my God.
What? It's delicious.
Yes, it is delicious.
We eat it like the Americans eat casseroles.
Yeah. So while we've got you guys here, I'll give you a little update on the Mariposa's journey.
Mm-hmm.
She is being super picky. She's taking her time. She went in and she made a bowl. And then she went in and she walked around and she laid some wet down. And then she pulled it all up.
Yeah.
And she dug down and she found a rock and she pulled the rock out. And she got the rock out of there.
She's the princess in the pea, you guys.
Oh,
what
yeah.
she is.
And then she went through the whole process again. This takes her about a week because she's very methodical about it. She gets it all built again. She starts laying down web. She tears it all up again. And she goes back in there and she's digging and she's digging and she's digging and she comes up with a little stick. Brings it out, throws it in. And now she's got everything all nicely shaped. She's in there. She's kicked almost all the hair off her abdomen. So she's laying that
Big
mat
mat down.
and she'll be covering that with web and putting the eggs in it. So that's where that's at.
Yeah, that's what I said. Zydex. She's the princess in the pea.
Mm-hmm.
The funny thing is when she pulled her webbing up and she found the rock, it was deep. It was like an inch underneath where she was. For making her egg sack, there should have been no need to remove that rock.
Well, maybe she felt otherwise. Obviously, she felt otherwise.
Right? Oh, he's all done. That was fast. That's not him.
Yes, it is.
Is it?
But how blue he is, eh?
He took a big meal. I was wondering why his butt looks so big. He's coming.
He's coming to say hi, guys.
Ebbs 2 is absolutely beautiful. Ebbs 2 is way prettier than Ebbs 1 ever was. Ebbs 1's still over there, but Ebbs is fading. Francis got huge with her last molt.
Mm-hmm.
I think it will again.
Oh, it looks like the one palp looks like it's
Distended.
empty now. And the other one looks like it's still. Maybe it was just yeah. This one looks like it's still got something to give.
Unfortunately, you guys, none of these will be available in Canada unless you talk to, I believe, Trav. And we're going to share with Roxy, I believe. But the rest I'm keeping. I want to see.
But
the
don't
communal.
worry, we have more males. Some of them aren't even mature yet, so this will be a constant process in Rocky Mountain Spider Freaks home.
Yes, the next sack I'll sell the whole thing. I don't care. Wow, I was really hungry. I've almost eaten all my supper already.
Yeah.
It usually takes me like an hour. They're very pretty, and I've never seen a communal. In my house.
Yeah, we've never had that.
Well, that's a lie. We had an avicularia communal 15 years ago when they told us avicularia were communal. Turns out they're not. And you end up with one really fat avicularia.
Same with the NC. They said the NC were communal.
We're still arguing that, but I don't see it.
Yeah.
Ours got all cannibalistic and ate each other, even though we were providing with them lots of food.
We had 15 of them, and we wound up with 6. By the time we separated them.
Aw, have a good night, Sidex. You know we love you.
You betcha, Sidex. Take care, bud. Nobody wants to come and hang out with us tonight?
No,
And no spider freaks in the house?
we're just shoving our faces. They're like,
Yeah, they don't want to see that. They don't want to be a part of that.
dinner fed.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I inhaled that in like 15 minutes. I eat lots, but I normally eat very slowly.
That's what the doctor ordered. There you go, guys. I put the link in the chat there again. Oh, look.
Well,
There you go, guys. Hello. Link in the chat there.
How's
again.
it going?
Oh, look.
I waved it though you, even though you can't see me. In our trap.
There you go. Hello.
Hi.
Oh, look.
Hi, Trav. I waved it though you, even though you can't see me. Uh oh, somebody's on relay. So the Crematis molted out, and we get to breed the Crematis now.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
They're supposed to be quite aggressive. Right?
I don't know.
They're supposed to be.
All our
Yeah.
projects this year are stuff we've never worked with before.
Yeah. Well, other than the avocado.
Yeah.
I'm real. Yeah, I gotta say, I'm not feeling too good.
Oh, sorry to hear that. Bud.
Yeah, I had I got a flu shot a couple days ago.
Oh,
Ever since then, I've just been like sore throat and chest has been crazy. And
That's evil. Evil flu shots.
yeah.
you bet, Roxy. We appreciate you no matter what.
Yep.
Yeah, I think the flu shot is. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's
Thanks, Maria.
it's caused more problems in the long run than I think it solved.
It killed my grandma.
Yeah. Oh.
My grandma had MS, and a few years ago,
Oh.
they gave her a shot, and a flu shot, and it almost killed her. And then
Oh
the
my
next
God.
year, they gave her a flu shot again, even though it almost killed her the year before.
Oh, really?
She was really old, right, when she got her flu shot, and she's in the hospital because she's got MS,
Mm-hmm.
but they said she couldn't stay in the hospital if she didn't get the flu shot.
Oh, yeah.
So they gave it to her the second year in a row, and the second time I believe it killed her.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You look at every time they give somebody the flu shot, the flu virus adapts, it changes.
Yeah.
So they're running around like chickens with their heads cut off, trying to cover things that they have no idea about.
Yeah. Well, basically, COVID has become like the new flu.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it all kind of changes and adapts. And
Yeah.
This Balfouri thing is not very exciting at all.
No.
Mhm.
I don't know if you guys can hear me if these headphones have a
Yeah.
microphone. You can?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I was messing with my settings. That's why I kept messing around.
What? You have your own water dish.
Oh.
He's over in the corner drinking all our water.
I see that.
Yeah.
What a guy, eh?
I
Just
just
comes and takes
Yeah.
over.
You always got to hydrate.
The old water very well. I jostled the egg sack. They're looking good this morning.
Oh, yeah.
Every
Nice.
12 hours. with the machine.
Yeah.
Only for about the next week.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys take turns?
No, I do it.
You do it? Nice.
That's something I reserve for myself. Sorry, my sweet. There are certain
Aw.
things that me getting into the spider hobby kind of included that I get to do some of the special stuff that's just my stuff. Sexing molds is my thing. I take the molds. I don't let him do them. I hide them even so that I get to do them later.
Oh my gosh, that's
There are
funny.
things that I take a lot of pleasure in that I don't let him do in the hobby. Because he enjoys the whole thing of it. Right?
Yeah.
So I don't see any harm in me doing my favorite things.
Nope.
It got him more spiders.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever works. Whatever gets more spiders.
You bet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There are things I don't do. I don't work with anything volatile. If there has to be a big pokey move or an African species move, I don't touch them. I'll set up the enclosure, but he has to do them.
Yeah.
I don't think I've done any of the moves. I've done 2 unboxings, but I think that's it.
Yeah.
We're handlers too, right? We identify as handlers because there's a lot of species that we will have no problem just pulling out of their enclosure and putting them in a new one.
Mm-hmm.
Avex are no problem. I'm not having any problems with any of the brackies or even the adult OBTs. They're not too hard to move around.
No.
When they're babies and up to about 2 inches, yes, they're psychopaths.
Yeah. They're running for their life every time.
But once they get over 3 inches, I'm not having any problems. I can just butt scoot them along into the new enclosures.
Mm-hmm.
It is nice, Maria.
I gotta try.
Yeah.
to be able to do it all yourself, but it's sometimes
To have that relief.
it's too much.
Yeah.
I
got
get
Yeah.
shaky.
our Instagram account. We are uploading every day on there. We run the YouTube account. We have a couple hundred tarantulas, multiple breeding projects underway.
And it's nice if
So-
I've got a cold.
Yeah.
I can rely on James to do that feeding for the night, or
Mm-hmm.
if I'm sick and I can't do anything for the week, James is
Yeah.
all over it. So it's nice to have that relief.
And probably
Yeah.
60% of it we do together.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. It's good to have help.
It's more fun when you throw a cricket in and you're both like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Totally.
2 cameras going. I've got the Canon, and James has got his cell phone, and
Yeah.
they are very quick. The ones I'm not very happy with in our house are the Killibrackies.
Mhm.
I've
Yeah.
sold off James's Killibrackies on.
Sold one of them on me already.
There's a
Yeah.
Frugiatus female here. I think I'll keep her. Well, it's
I
not
wanna
what I'm
get
interested
some
in
more.
breeding. Could you imagine the hell of trying to
Oh,
breed
man.
them?
Yeah, Maria.
We'll leave the Killibrackies for other people to breed.
Yeah, other people can breed that species. Like the H-Mac. I'm not sure I'm going to breed her yet. I'm still getting used to the fact that I picked up an H-Mac on my own and brought it home.
Yeah.
Surprise, honey.
Yeah.
It's not a
Mhm.
species that I normally would have chosen. And I actually walked by it 4 times at the show before I went back to John from
Thrive Imports.
Thrive Imports and bought that big female.
Mhm.
I couldn't pass it. It was so cheap. And she's 6
Yeah.
inches. She was $60, guys.
Yeah. Wow.
6-inch female, $60. I was like, all right.
How can you say no
Yeah.
to that?
Yeah.
She's beautiful. And he had her on display very well. You could see how big she was, and she was moving. So you could also tip the container, and I could tell she was a female. Like, it was excellent.
Bye. Tarantula Town's leaving.
All right, Roxy.
Have
Have
a
a
night,
great
Roxy.
night. Thanks for coming and hanging with us. We'll see you again soon.
That's what we all say, Maria. Oh, look at this. See, we're terrible at this private chat.
I finally figured out that I can just mute the YouTube on my cell phone and still watch the chat.
Uh-huh.
As long as you mute it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
muted.
Yeah, I couldn't pass it up, Maria. It was just too awesome. But we're very excited because next year, while James is attending the table, he'll be making money so that Danielle can spend money.
That just sounds like a blast.
Travis, too. I'm putting Trav to work, too. He's got to be selling, too, so that Danielle can be spending.
Mhm. Done. Done deal.
We'll be having our own table at the expo, and we'll have all sorts of merch and stuff. I'm going to start pulling in stock.
Hi, Mark.
Start that after Christmas.
I'll do it, and James will do the making sure we've got spiders. And I'll make sure that we've got merch to sell.
Mhm.
Hey, Mark.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's next summer.
Next spring in Calgary Expo.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
Mhm.
April, I think, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to have to book it off right away so that my work knows 6 months in advance, and then I don't have to worry about not getting it.
I was supposed to come for a trip out to BC in April or May, but I might have a new job, so I have to postpone everything.
We have the barbecue in July.
Mhm.
Damn.
And I set up all my Christmas lights outside in July. You'll see, it'll be awesome. I'm going to plug them in, and I got so many. It's just going to be like, we're going to be a beacon for the night.
Nice.
I already told James I wanted him to get one Christmas tree and put it in the front yard and get our $5,000 worth of lights all on that one tree.
Oh my god.
He said okay.
The whole town's gonna be like, what's going on?
Mhm.
We're great, Mark.
Oh, he's
Trying to
moving
breathe this
around.
Balfouri.
May 28th, 29th. May.
May. It's in May.
May 28th and 29th.
I have to put down my deposit. Everything. But they won't accept it yet. It's too far off. But I'm going to have a table. I've already talked to the people and they're excited. They want to know if we want to be beside Alex or if you want to be far away from Alex.
I'll go beside
Nah.
Alex.
You have to ask him. You don't want to just request
No,
to be
no.
beside him and
No,
then
no,
be
I'm
like,
just saying.
damn it.
Doesn't bother me.
Lady smoke?
Sure.
I'm gonna have to get off of here because my computer's starting to act up again.
Oh,
I really
what was
need to
that?
get a new one.
yeah.
I think my cell phone's better than my laptop.
Oh.
So is ours. I guess
I'll
my
see you
mom.
guys later, all right?
Have a good night, pal.
Thank you.
Nice, Phil.
Yeah,
Take
have a
care.
good night, Sal. See you later.
You can have that. I'll take this. Okay? He's not doing anything.
Yeah. There you are.
I don't want to be big screen.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, just set it in. There you go. And then this clips in better this way. There we go. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, he's just being left in there, guys.
Yeah, he'll just get left in there now
Yeah.
for about a week. And then, depending on the state of the other male, we may swap them out at that time. That's the wonderful thing about having multiple males.
Yeah.
Although, I will say, I am much happier when I have multiple females.
Yeah.
Yes, we'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you be causing no trouble?
Never caused any trouble in my life.
Bull.
Never.
Baloney.
Blue ribbon. Good shit.
Mm.
This is the club.
No. Oh, yeah, this Crema's mold.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's
the female.
nice. Yeah.
Which is great because that male's been ready for a while.
Like 3 weeks. Not a while.
Wow. Yeah.
Made a sperm
For
whale
male
pick
lifespan.
together. So yeah, that's the exciting plan for the evening, guys.
Yeah.
We got to listen to our ASMR eat dinner and watch a spider run down a hole.
Mm-hmm. Hey, as long as it was, a successful pairing, then it was something.
Yeah.
It was
He's gonna have a
worthwhile.
few shots. He'll probably
Oh,
put
yeah,
a
I'm
sperm
sure.
web or two in there. Well,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
he's very eager, so
And she was very receptive last time, so
Yeah.
like I said, I think that helped push her into that mold. So,
Mm-hmm.
Mike. Hey, Mike.
Good evening, guys. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Felicia was on earlier, and I was trying to find the link, and she had her headphones in, so she couldn't hear me. So here I am. I just can't see the broadcast with the screen cam or the enclosure cam.
no, Mark. I just haven't brushed it in like a week. So it's just up in this big naughty ponytail.
Yeah.
It's just a mess. That's why.
Yes. So yeah, the Crematus will be the next species we pair now that that female is mature.
Well, not necessarily the
no.
next.
Well, that's true. That's true. We do have other stuff that we can pair as well.
The Sturmy will be ready soon.
Oh,
the other
nice.
Sturmy.
Yeah.
I've really been looking for a Kluge male. Somebody has one.
Yes. Who the heck was it? Somebody?
It's not ready yet, though.
No.
Venom Obsessions, Mel.
The Venom Obsessions?
Yes. She's got a Kluge veil, too.
Excellent. That's where we got the difficilis now from originally via Chantal.
We're just gonna breed a shitload of Lassiadoras
Yeah.
here in Canada.
Why not?
Yeah.
Because
Nice.
we made fun of them so bad, so we're like, "Oh, poor LPs."
Yeah.
Frida.
Everybody thinks that they're so boring because they're so common, but I mean, we have some nice
it's
ones
not
too, and they're
necessarily
very
that.
interesting
It's
critters.
the intimidating egg sac
Yeah.
sizes. You're getting 3,000 from them.
Yeah.
Well, I always thought that they were a good candidate to let the survival of the fittest philosophy go, maybe, and let them thin their own numbers before you start cupping them up, right?
We do.
Yeah.
You do, but still,
Yeah.
3,000 is a lot to.
Yeah.
It's
Oh, yeah.
overwhelming, the amount.
Well, if you let them gobble up till they get around 1,000, a nice handleable number, I believe. There, you know, you got the good ones, don't you?
Got a strong one.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. But I also was reading a lot. Speaking of last, since we're on here anyway, and I never get to talk to you guys about spider stuff, I was doing a lot of thinking and looking into, you know, long-leggedness in males. And we might have talked about this before, but the big clutch size and having such a big swarm of them around just naturally in the way that they do their business makes for a lot of, obviously, competition, but also a lot of readily available food where there might not be any in between rainy seasons. But if you think about how long and gangly and big Lassiadoras are, by the time the males are, you know, ready enough to go and do their thing, they can travel huge distances to spread their genes out. And so really,
Kilometers.
you might, because they have such a long stride, you know, by the time they get really moving, I mean, they're big.
Mhm.
So they can
Yeah.
cover a huge distance. So even though you think to yourself, my God, that's saturating a location with a hell of a lot of genes, you know, even if only 10% of it
predator
survives.
pick-off too on tarantula babies is high.
Oh yeah. I mean, so you
You'll be
think to
lucky
yourself, my
a
man.
female tarantula to get a few of her spiderlings through to adulthood.
Oh, that's it. And even so, you know, you think maybe 10% might make it, maybe. And
Even in
that's still,
captivity, you're only seeing about 70% of a clutch make it through to adulthood.
That's
oh yeah. I didn't even think it was even that much, guys, to be honest, really. I wouldn't think.
that's
So many
probably
things can happen even with
Yeah,
keepers.
like
It's not
maximum
average,
is,
but-
it's not your average, but I
Sure.
think you're seeing maximum 70%
Yeah.
make it to adulthood, even in captivity, where they're
Mhm.
pretty well looked after, I think, in most cases. I'm not going to say some don't die because of bad husbandry, because that's always a factor, but
All sorts of things happen. I mean,
yeah.
I haven't gotten one to the point where I've gotten that one molt where all of a sudden it's this, oh my goodness, a great big giant hairy spider. We haven't hit that particular point, but I'm sure everybody reaches that point where you have that one molt and comes out of the burrow and you're like, oh my word. And then all,
The are really
and then
cool
all of a
that way.
sudden
They're
it's a
like the
different kind of a
Stormies,
spider.
right? So
Yeah.
each molt is an impressive size improvement.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Mhm.
The other one,
The
I was amazed by how fast it grew and how big a jump it took every time as a Nandi tripepi.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Even as a female, she's grown in 2 years to almost 5 inches from tiny sling.
Mhm. Yeah.
And
well, Felicia was talking about that the other day about the
Jeremy sling, and they were
Oh.
both 1 inch, and they basically grew at the same rate.
Until about 5 inches.
Yeah. Now she's slow.
Hey, Moon.
Felicia was looking at the molt box the other day for the Coquiata. She's like, "How tiny were they? They were like an eighth of an inch." I said, "If you went like this, they would blow away."
Yeah.
And now they're, you know, about the size of a quarter almost. I mean, they're pretty big.
The Cochiana burpus.
Yeah, they were very,
They're a
very,
small
very tiny.
spider to start with, right?
Well, that's it. And she was so scared because when the box comes, she's so proud. Her first unboxing, right? And she was so proud, and I was taking pictures and stuff. And so when she finally opened them, and I said, "I'm going to do a few first so you can see what we're doing." And she was so nervous and everything. And when she pulled them out, it was so overwhelming. She was, "Oh my God, what are we going to do? We don't have anything to feed them. They're so tiny." And oh my God, she was all upset. "What are we going to do? What are we going to do?" And I pulled out the little tiny, I got bugs of all kinds, little tiny stuff. I had pinheads at that time too. I said, "Look, no worries. We have
Babies are
everything.
dirty scavengers. You
Oh,
can
yeah.
cut a cricket up into 10 pieces and put little chunks in your tanks, and you'll go eat them.
Mhm. Pull off those cricket legs, throw the drumsticks in there. They like
Eat it, cat. She's like,
Yeah.
gee, thanks, Mike.
Well, we're gonna start boxing those up, freezing them, and we can sell them. $5 for 5 drumsticks. I think that's a fair price, don't you?
5 chicken drums.
Turkey drumstick. Oh yeah.
Cricket drums.
Cricket drumsticks, yeah.
Yeah.
$19.99 postage
That's
and
funny.
handling, right?
Probably sell them like crazy. You probably sell cricket drums like crazy to people.
Oh, I don't think anybody would pay for it. I have a combat fly that I've had up on Kijiji for a while there for I don't know, 3 years. Nobody seems interested in my combat fly.
What is a combat?
I'm just being sarcastic, of course.
Yeah.
There's a guy on Instagram I'm following right now. He's breeding emerald cockroach wasps.
Oh, really?
They're creepy.
Is this a Canadian? Is this a Canadian fellow?
No. Indonesian,
Yeah.
Oh yes.
but it's creepy to watch because he's documenting the whole thing. So we're watching videos of like these they're beautiful, they're bright green and blue, and they're like laying eggs in cockroaches that are still moving around like zombies, and you see it every day. He's giving you pictures of it growing, and I'm like, oh my god. This guy's housing parasitic animals.
Yeah.
How big are the wasps themselves?
Like 2 inches.
Really, they're fairly big, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're very pretty.
I was watching one that had fungus that infects different types of bugs that grows in them, but not the larvae themselves. That's like alien stuff, you see?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Freaks me out a bit. I was like, hey, could you raise? And I'm not a fan of cockroaches. They freak me out.
Yeah.
But I don't think I could watch one slowly fade, knowing that I've caused it this pain to suffer for the next. You know what I mean? I don't want to see it suffer more than it has to.
Well, yeah, our predators are super duper efficient. There's no need for any of that nonsense. We don't like that.
So I don't know. And there's like another person doing tarantula hawks. Tarantula hawk wasps. I'm thinking, really? How can you even raise a parasitic animal?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I don't know about selectively breeding them and all this other stuff and interfering in their business, but if the species is endangered, you have to do something, I suppose, until you can correct the habitat or get some space for them. I don't know, but just doing it to see if you can.
I couldn't personally, morally myself do it.
Well, that's what I mean. Just doing it because you can. I'm not sure about that,
Yeah.
Yes, Maria, exactly. That's what they're like.
Like you're saying, it's a parasitic animal, and if you're not, like when we selectively breed, I mean, you guys not in tarantulas necessary, but you know the crossover between herpetology and all those sorts of things. And I mean, when we selectively breed things for different things, sometimes we piggyback traits that we don't even realize. And so, fooling around with a parasitic animal, I mean, that's just asking for trouble, wouldn't you say?
Right.
Yeah.
I think it just freaked me out too much myself.
Well, that's the whole ugly part of the beginning of it, is that it's kind of a scary thing to begin with.
I think it's because of they parasite tarantulas, something that we love.
Well, in those particular ones, yeah.
So,
But I don't love cockroaches. But I don't think I could watch something parasitically feed off of something else while it's not dead.
I would never raise something.
Yeah. No.
Well, yeah, I would. That's what I mean. Like actually intentionally raising these sorts of things and selectively breeding them. I don't know if I can agree with that because hey, in nature, if they can catch the food and they can do their thing, hey, do it. But unless they were endangered, I can't really see much point or much ethical support behind doing it just for the hell of it.
Unless they have the love for the emerald cockroach wasp the way that we have a love for tarantulas.
There's also the potential, possibly, for maybe some medical stuff to do with the
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. But I'm in agreement with the whole suffering thing. I don't think that if we can help it, we should allow it. And if we do, we better have some good reasons, I guess. But that's some interesting stuff for sure. We've been watching ones about the tarantula wasp for a very long time. I didn't know there was, other species that took on other types of prey.
I didn't know until I started following this account. I was like, what?
It's interesting. Like a lot of the channels that we have been watching lately have been from Asia, Indonesia, Philippines, Korea, and some of the footage that these guys are posting is just incredible.
Yeah.
Most of the time we can't understand what they're saying or anything, but
Yeah, so there's like Lapia,
Yeah.
and he's all Indonesian, and you can't understand what he's saying, but only because I don't speak Indonesian, not because he's got a bad dialect or anything,
Yeah.
but we just can't
Yeah.
speak Indonesian.
Yeah.
But when he's doing his stuff, you basically can pick up what he's doing, right? Just by his movements.
yeah, there's a gentleman from Poland who has a channel on YouTube that we watch a lot of as well, and he's like the Polish Dart Den, right? But
Oh, okay.
you can't understand anything because he's constantly speaking in Polish,
And fast.
but with his hand gestures and what he's doing, you can kind of figure out what he's talking about because he's doing tarantula stuff. So it's pretty.
Yeah. Yeah.
Crosses the barrier.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to cross that language barrier.
Mhm.
Something you're familiar with, right? So. But anyways, guys, I think that's going to be a wrap for us tonight.
James has to go to bed.
Yeah.
Good morning. Joy, oh joy.
Yeah.
So I didn't get to see. I don't see the what is it? The enclosure cam or whatever. So did they finish up their business? Because I didn't get to see.
Yeah,
it.
he was all done. He came out,
Yeah.
got a drink of water, and he's just sitting over here now.
Mhm.
So,
Oh, he's not just sitting, he's building a new sperm web.
is he building another sperm web now?
Yeah.
Oh, is he?
Hi, Mark.
Friggin'
He's
right.
going to
Well, maybe
cohabitate for probably about a week.
nice. I meant to ask because I missed the first part. I was trying to find links and crap. But is this male? Was this his first try ever?
No, this male and our other mature male both paired this female and just molded out.
So they both did one themselves each for this particular
We
female.
both spent 7 days in there with her.
Nice. Were
And
they
then the
raised all
female-
originally kind of communally, or
Nope, she's a single female and they're singular males.
nice? Well, she seems well behaved, and you can put her through like that. That's nice. How many babies are they throwing?
50 average?
50, yeah.
Is it-
50.
Is it 50 or 60? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty
Yeah.
small.
something like
One of the
that.
smaller
Yeah.
cats.
With what
Sure.
we breed.
A lot of the stuff
How
that
many-
we're breeding is the brachypelmas and
They're bigger sacks.
A larger quantity of spiderlings. I've been trying to kind of counter and bring in stuff as well that is producing smaller sacks as well, so that we don't get completely overwhelmed.
I've cut him off.
Yeah.
No more buying pairs. We don't have a big enough house. He wants to buy pairs. Buy me a bigger house.
She said no more bio pairs, but she ordered an Avic male. And
That's
a
me.
Regalis
I didn't
male.
say I wasn't allowed
Yeah,
to. I
exactly.
said you're not allowed to.
Exactly.
Are you guys going to be doing any avicular pairings or any versicolor pairings or anything?
Yep, my Avec, I'm just waiting for the male to mature out. And my Avec female, I'm looking for another male, but my female's not quite ready, I don't think.
Versicolor.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Do you guys keep any? Oh, I was going to say, yeah. Do you guys got any versicolors that are into that business yet?
Yeah, like I said, we're waiting. We're looking for a male, and our female's probably one molt away from being ready.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And they're usually like what, 75 to 100 babies. Them two, they're pretty low, eh?
What was our egg sac? 51?
Oh.
Our avicularia. 51 from the avicularia. So I'm expecting the same from the carabina.
Oh yes, okay.
And the
Nice.
first time
Well,
you
good
pair
luck
them,
with
they
all
will
of
have a
those.
smaller sack, right? So the
Well, I was going to ask you that too. Do you notice that, James? Do you notice that it changes from time?
Yeah, it's just the first pairing is, and it's because they're young when we're pairing them.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. That Avec,
Oh,
I paired the Avec at 3.5 inches, and she produced 51 babies.
that's
And
pretty.
now
That's
she's
pretty darn good,
4
actually.
inches, and she'll be bred again.
Oh yeah. How many? What is it like? A 7 or 8 months in between, and then another sack, or what can she
A
handle?
molt,
Do you?
a molt, and then you're good.
Oh, okay.
Especially with the arboreals, they'll produce like rabbits. But they have to molt out and then get fed up before repairing.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, guys, thank you all for coming and joining us.
Good night,
We're
everybody.
Spider Freaks. Hope you guys are all Spider Freaks too. Have a great night.
Thank you, guys.